Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's your girl Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the collective general full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio reading. You guys know, like I always say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable, and that time as well as the energy is fluid. With every moon reading, I am starting out with the Moonology deck. I was then drawn to the Good Tarot. Good Tarot. You guys know the Moonology deck. And the guidance or advice is going to come from messages from the mermaids. I felt it was only right since this full moon lunar eclipse is in Scorpio. And shout out to all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces, because we're going to feel it the most. Just because all water signs are tied to the moons, but Cancers are ruled by the moon. And then also the fixed signs of Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and who am I missing? Leo. Whether it's your sun, moon, or ascendant, definitely feel free to check your charts. But if you're going to check your chart, look to your houses to where Scorpio is at, and that's where this energy may play out for you more prominently. I swear I was fine before I started recording, and of course my throat chakra is wanting to start acting up, but you guys know that's how it works. So with that being said, I am going to jump right in and see what's going on. We're going to grab the overall energy from the Moonology deck, then we're going to break it down with the Good Tarot. And the guidance or advice, like I said, is going to come from messages from the mermaid. If you guys see me rolling, I have my moonstone out. Just to help and assist with tapping into the energy. So let's see what's going on. Let's start with the Moonology deck. Have not shuffled yet. What's at the bottom? Look. Work through your fears. It's the new moon in Scorpio card, but it's on the bottom. But this full moon, it's a time of releasing, of embracing change, and letting go of fear. But it is, full moon energy. So a lot of, Scorpio being the 8th house, those are like hidden fears, hidden desires, hidden feelings that, especially with the moon being full, may become illuminated. And with this being an eclipse as well, it's going to be very transformative, because eclipses come in and in the most positive way, it eclipses things out. What's no longer needed, what's not serving you. So the best thing that you can do with this energy is just allow what is needing to be released, surrender it, and just let it go. Before I even started recording, I say about an hour ago, the serenity prayer came to me, and you guys know I get that often. I don't know who needs to hear it, but I get the serenity prayer often, and it says, God, help me to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I got it again, and I was just like, it's time for me to do the reading. So here we are, but let's see what's going on as it pertains to the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio energy for the collective. Eclipse energy can normally last anywhere from 2 to 3 years, but within 3 to 5 days of the energy, is when it can be felt the most. So we're gonna just see what's going on. All right. See what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to this full moon energy. Do one more. Let's see. So the bottom of the deck. I want to say this came out in the last, in the new moon reading that I did, the last one. And we have the void of course moon, which says nothing will come of this situation. They're actually telling me to read this one. I don't think I've ever read it out of the book, because you guys know I'm an intuitive reader, so I read off of what I'm feeling and my intuition. But I'm being guided to read this one, so let's see. Because it kind of makes me feel like oh my God, I don't know. You guys got to be familiar. I know I'm part of the generation where we would watch MTV's True Life. And in every episode, when it begins, they say, you think you know, but you have no idea. And this is what this is making me feel like. Like, nothing will come of this situation. It's like, whatever situation or circumstance you're in right now, it is like, how can I put this into words? Like, it makes me feel like some of you are thinking like this job isn't going to work, this relationship is not going to work, or, you know, it almost makes me feel like someone is feeling like they're just a goner for things not going right. But then right up under it, we have a new start is coming. So it's almost like I feel like there's going to be like a surprise. And then up under that, we have the blue moon, believe in the impossible. Yeah, like I feel like you're going to be like shocked almost as to what is either going to be illuminated to you or shown to you or exposed, you know, for you. But that's what I'm feeling heavy. But let me read this. Nothing will come of this situation. The void of course. Okay. All right, so it says, in a form of astrology known as horary, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news, depending on what you're asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. Attuned to the moon, I trust my highest good. Additional meanings of this card: the chances of something are diminishing, something better may be around the corner, believe that you will get what you need, surrender to the divine, take time out, meditate and contemplate. The teaching of this card: the main definition of a void of course moon is when the moon won't make any major connections with any of the planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant the Sanskrit words Om Namo Narayani, which means I surrender to the divine. Avoid, of course, moon, it's time to just be. And listen, y'all. It's like what I'm feeling and what the energy and where the planets are right now is in like it's the opposite is what I'm feeling. Like, because right now we have the sun is in Taurus and the moon is in Scorpio, which Taurus and Scorpio are opposites. But then we also have the north node conjunct the sun and the south node conjunct the moon. Also, we have Uranus conjuncting the sun and the north node, and Uranus is that change energy. So it's almost like things of the past with the moon and the south node are being highlighted, but the change is coming in with Uranus to show you through the sun of where you're headed. But it's like we're in the in between. Like, that's what it feels like. But let's get the overall energy as it pertains to the moon. This full moon in Scorpio for the collective. What's the overall energy? And my apologies if I'm struggling with like getting this out, because with this water energy and me being, I have a water and a fire stellium in my personal chart. Sometimes it's very hard to put into words what I'm actually feeling when I do a reading. So I, apologize for that. But I try to get it out the best way that I can. But what's the overall energy as it pertains to the full moon? Alright, so look, we got a personal issue reaches resolution, which is full moon in Cancer energy. This is making me feel like there's going to be like whatever issue you're going through, personal, however is resonating for you, with Scorpio being fixed water and Cancer is the cardinal water. It feels like there's a an emotional surge that's happening, but it's coming through by way with the work through your fears card of that Scorpio energy. Is coming from people, places, and things or situations of the past, with how you felt about it. Because Cancer is very personal. It's a very, it's the fourth house energy. But it's that's what's been, deeply hidden. That's what I feel like somebody has hidden that within themselves. And if you don't take anything personal, take the way that you feel personal, because those are your feelings. Take that personal. And if something don't feel right to you, or if you're in a job or a relationship or any type of dynamic that ain't feeling right, that ain't resonating with you, listen, in the most respectable way, let it go. Can I get another one, Spirit? Yep, then we have the nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah. Because who this is making me feel like, who's to say that situation or circumstance that you in is your destination? It may not be. Or you know what, maybe you supposed to be, sometimes whoever you call, God, spirit, the universe, whatever it is for you, whatever higher power or how you choose to address it, the way that they come to you to get you to notice something, it's energetically. It's through, riling, I don't want to say riling up, but it comes through the way that you're feeling so that you pay attention to it, because feelings are real. And that's what it feels like. It's like, nah, like, granted, if where you're at right now is somewhere where you want to be, that's your choice. But if internally, emotionally, energetically, it don't feel right to you, it's coming through as a warning. Can I get one more, please? Then we have the meditate and contemplate. Yeah, some of you really may need to, this is almost making me feel like hermit vibes. Even though it's the new moon in Pisces card. The hermit, because it's giving me that opposite energy. It's Virgo energy, which is opposite to Pisces. And it's like, with this meditate and contemplate, the way that you are going to get the answers or whatever it is that you're trying to, like, I feel like someone is trying to like figure something out or trying to sort through what they're feeling emotionally. It's only going to come from you going into that hermit mode, taking on that hermit energy and really going within. Because like I said, y'all, forgive me because this shit is getting intense just as I'm talking and doing the reading. As I was explaining where the energy is right now. The bottom of the deck says step out of your comfort zone with that North Node. That North Node is in Taurus, which is where you're going. And it's like, listen, take what you're feeling personal, because it's ultimately, this journey is yours. It's not dependent on no one else but you. This journey is yours. And where you're going, or where you're, wherever your journey is taking you, everything and everybody can't come with you. You gotta be willing to let some shit go. For real. You have to. You have to. It is scary to leave the things and people and places that you know behind. But with the card up under it, it says the full moon in Taurus, which is gonna come in Scorpio season. It says your dreams need a practical plan. It's like, yeah, you gotta get real with yourself. You gotta get real with yourself. Let's see. Look, you don't get no more realer than yourself than with this High Priestess energy. Now let's see. What messages do we need as it pertains to this full moon energy? I love this already. Like, what's going on as it pertains to this full moon? What messages do we need? And I'm hearing like water is life, and it definitely is. Like, water is life. Like, and I mean all of this water energy out here, like, one more. Alright, so let me just cut the deck. Bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card, which, you know, speaks to balance, doing, you know, what's right. It's also like divine justice, you know, universal justice, like the scales being balanced, things being set into alignment. And then up under that, yes, we have the High Priestess. And for some of you, what I just heard is like, you know, like your intuition is right. It's right. I tell people all the time, don't second guess your intuition. That is our internal, personal navigation system. But some of you, I already can feel like you're not trusting your intuition. And with Justice here and the High Priestess is saying trust your intuition. Because what you are wanting to create, or what you can see yourself building here with the Three of Earth, which is like the Three of Pentacles, just like I said, it's going to require you to, you know, emotionally leave things of the past behind with the Eight of Cups. And it's not to, you know, invalidate the people, places, or things of your past, but, you know, they're showing me like someone dragging just, like on the Ten of Wands, he's holding on to all the wands, but I feel like someone is dragging it with them, and it's like you're working harder and not smarter. But let's see what comes out. What messages do we need as it pertains to this energy? It's like it makes me feel like, you know, like you're swimming against the current. But there comes a time when if you just surrender and let go, the current is going to take you where you're meant to be. What messages do we need? Look, confirmation. Like, confirmation with that Justice coming out. And what messages do we need? Yep. The King of Swords. Because you see it clearly. Like, it's almost like you know that where you're at right now, you're not obligated to stay there. Like, who said though? That's what I just heard. Like, who said? Listen, the world. I'm loving this energy, y'all. I'm loving it because with the world, it's like the meditate and contemplate in the world energy is, you know, it's looked at as like, you know, the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. And some of you, like I said, I feel like some of you may be stuck in this in-between of where you've been and where you're going. But you have the awareness as this King of Swords energy, whether you're male or female. It's coming through as masculine energy, but air is masculine energy. But whether you're a male or female, it doesn't matter. But you know this. This is something that you know. And with justice coming out up under a personal issue reaches resolution, like you're trying, like it's almost like the universe is trying to help you, like conquer this internal battle like that you're going through. And with the page of wands at the bottom, yes, oh my god, y'all, I'm sorry. It's going to require you to like get that, to light that fire within you, because up under that we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Nine of Cups. Like, and this is for you, for what emotionally brings you happiness and satisfaction. The Nine of Cups is looked at as wish fulfillment, but with the Page of Wands, this is like harnessing that childlike enthusiasm and thrill to go after what is for you. The Wheel of Fortune is looked at as destiny. And it's it's a part of all of our destiny to be happy and satisfied emotionally within ourselves first at the Nine of Cups, and then with the 10 is where you're able to share that with others. Listen, I love this. I'm gonna get another row and then we'll grab the guidance or advice. Yeah. Temperance, patience. Which is an energy of, both of these are cards of balance. They both are justice and temperance. Where like the way that I see justice is like a mental and almost physical balance. Temperance is the emotional and spiritual balance that we need to resolve what we go through or feel or deal with internally. And it's also like, like it's you how can I put this? Like, it makes me feel like whoever is in this energy, I don't know who it is. I don't care to know who it is. But just as the energy, it's almost like the energy of like being afraid of something new, because it's almost like there's like a fear of doing it wrong, but it's almost like someone is stuck in the duality of right and wrong, and that's not what it's about. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about learning. And it's almost like whoever is in this energy is like they're almost resistant or opposed to learning something new. But that's how you grow. And we have the Three of Swords. And as this King of Swords here coming out, and then we have the Three of Swords, it's like there's something that you need to separate yourself from. Whether it's a mentality because it's swords, a way of thinking, or just like it's giving me like a defeatist mindset. But it's almost like separating, like this person, I'm going to look at this King of Swords. It's like they're almost struggling with like like the mind, like it's almost giving me, especially with the King of Pentacles at the bottom, like someone is like struggling with what they know. It's the only way I can explain it is, and I know I say this all the time, it's like whoever's in this King of Swords energy, it's like they have to see something to believe it. And they are not comfortable with separating from anything unless they can see physical or practical results from it. But in all actuality, like I keep saying, it's the reverse. Believing is seeing. And I feel like this is what this masculine energy is struggling with. Give me one more. Thank you. Look. Then we have the moon. It's fear. It's the fear of, the unknown that is keeping, you caught between ending one cycle and beginning another. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. But yes, like I was saying, the fear is here with the moon and in closing out this cycle. But that meditate and contemplate is, it could be what you're doing. Trying to, how can I put it, like understand, or not even understand, but trying to figure out how you feel, because, Pisces is that mutable water. But like I said, I'm just going to clarify a little bit of this with the Kemper deck. Because we're going to look at this King of Swords. Then we're going to look at what it is that you know you need to separate from with this Three of Swords. Whether it's a person, place, or thing. And the underlying fear behind it. Because I even feel like this reading is reading from this side and over. Like past, present, future. Is how I'm seeing it. On. Because at the bottom of the deck we got, the pathway card. Which is, for some of you, you're being guided to go a different way or do a different thing. What's up under that? Yeah. But it's, it's hard separating from that comfort zone. The, nostalgia of the past, people, places, and things. But it's what's keeping you from, it's almost like it's what's holding up your journey with the journey card. Like you have to almost defeat, or I don't want to say defeat, but there's some, inner child healing that needs to be done. Because it's what's standing in the way of your spiritual path. The cards are literally saying that. To get you to obtain balance. We got 3 cards of balance out here. The Justice, the Temperance, and the Lovers. Where, like I said, the Justice to me is mental and physical. The Temperance is the emotional and the spiritual. But with the Lovers here, this is like the merging of the masculine and feminine energy. Spiritually, like physical. This is the embodiment of both of these being, like separate. But the Lovers is also a card of decision. So this is something that you have to decide to do for yourself. But tell me about this King of Swords, this King of Air. Tell me about this King of Air. We have sudden wealth, which is something that I think that this King of Air wants, but it's almost like it's tied to the privileged lady. Like it's tied to a feminine energy. Like, give me one more for the King of Air. Yeah. It's like this masculine energy with poverty and sudden wealth. It's like they know what they want with this sudden wealth, and it could be with another person, but it's almost like with this poverty card internally, it's almost like a lack mentality or a lack way of, like, lack behavior is what's hindering this person. Because then at the bottom of the deck we have bad health, of like, of thinking like it's not attainable or it's not going to work out, or with the poverty card, it's almost like the energy of doing everything, or knowing what they want and like doing everything to not go back to this poverty energy. With the bad health, it's like, because it's like a mentality, it is the King of Swords, it's causing like more like, oh my god, my weekend vibe reading was like holding on is more harm in holding on than letting go. This person could like, it's almost like it's making them sick in a way with the bad health. What's this Three of Swords? Because this is, you know, either separating from that mindset, but for some of you it could be a person, place, or thing. Only you know. But what's this Three of Swords? Or you know, it could also be past hurts and pains and, you know, upsets of things that didn't work out. What's the Three of Swords? Yeah. For some of you, like with the courtship card, it is a relationship. It definitely could be someone, you know, that you live with the courtship and house on the bottom. Give me one more. Yeah, but it's somewhere you don't want to be with the despair card. Like it's like you're reluctant to separate from this because maybe, you know, this person is literally could have been expecting you to, you know, especially if you're in a marriage or, you know, some type of commitment, they could have been expecting, you know, till death do us part, but maybe you don't feel the same. Like I said, we have the nothing is set in stone. Give me one more. Yeah. Here's the change and the high honor. Because some of you, you know, you're wanting something, it almost feels like more elevated, more of your frequency with change and high honor, but you're fearing this change. You're overworking yourself, toil and labor. Whether this could even be like a job. But for some of you, like, it is a person. And it's just like it almost feels like throwing yourself into work or into, you know, keeping yourself busy, but it's wearing you down. Some of you, it is, again, we got message and health. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Come out of your mind and step into your body. I'll clarify the courtship first, you know, because for the majority of you, it's not a relationship. But for some of you, it is a relationship that you need to separate from. Yeah. But for a lot of you, with this child card coming out, it's the relationship that you have with your inner child. Your inner child needs healing. And that's the journey that you need to take. That's where the work needs to be done. So tell me about the moon with fear, or with the fear that I'm feeling off of this. What's the moon? Yeah. Worried about, you know, the family room, your family traditions that may have been, you know, pushed upon or forced upon you with this family room here. Like, it's almost like the expectation of a family, or for some of you it could be a mother, or it could honestly be another person that you're dealing with that is not, with the false person here, they're not who they pretend to be. Give me one more. We'll take them. Yeah. Like I said, it's some of you, you know, if you're living with somebody, it's in trying to figure out, like, you fear moving. But with the thoughts card, it's like your mind is already gone. For some of you, if this is a relationship and this energy is being highlighted within a current relationship for you, your mind is already with another person. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Whoever is in this energy, your mind is already with another person. And where the mind goes, the body follows. And we just seen the main female. Now we have the main male in the journey. So if you're the masculine energy, mentally, you're already like you've left this relationship. Physically, you haven't taken any action. And it could also be a job. And that's the transformation here with the coffin card, which is like the death card. That's now it's time to, you already had the change mentally. Now it's like being put into action. Give me one more further thoughts, because that's that privileged lady energy up here that we seen. Tell me about thoughts. Yeah. Look, the wealthy man is with the privileged lady in this deck. Look. And then we have the lovers on the bottom. Yes. So for some of you, this energy spiritually is playing out physically. And this is what I be trying to get, people to understand. Everything happens in the spiritual realm first, and then we bring it down into the physical. So there's only but so much we really have control over. But if it's not a relationship for you, it's elevating your masculine and your feminine energy to become one with as the lovers. It's like there's something trying to merge. But in order for that to happen, you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. But let's get the guidance or advice, because this went way longer than I thought it was. And look where we split today. Breaking free. What's the guidance or advice? What's the guidance or advice that we need for the collective as it pertains to this full moon energy? Bottom of the deck, we have the inner knowing. Can't make this shit up if I try. Look, inner knowing. And didn't I say in the beginning of the reading, like, I feel like someone's is like swimming against the current? Look at what's up under it. The inner knowing, go with the flow, and then blessings. And I said, if you allow the current to take you, it's going to bring you where you need to be. Like, you cannot make this shit up. You can't. But what's the guidance or advice? You already know. Contemplation and healing. Listen. Then we got miracles on the bottom. Yes, like this doesn't even need to be explained, the guidance or advice. It's clear as hell. Because you want it. Whoever this is, you want this change. But you're just afraid to turn away. And, for some of you, you're afraid of how you're going to look. Because this ask for help is giving me that same poverty, like the energy off of that poverty card. And it's not like There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with saying that you need help. There's nothing wrong with saying that you don't know. None of us don't know. How can I put this? When you know that you'll know when you truly heal, when you realize you don't know anything. We're always in a constant state of learning. And the things you know that changes. Like, you have to, I tell everybody, like, you have to remain teachable. Don't close yourself off. Yes. Because the beauty is in. I'm done, y'all. There's beauty and reward and looks like this card says blessings and not knowing. I love this. I loved it. I swear. Oh my god. This full moon, like, I've been feeling it since about, what's today? Sunday? Since about Friday, I've been feeling this energy. Some of it came out in the weekend vibe reading, but here it is again, and it's just like, listen, y'all, you don't have to take my word for it, but I'm living proof. Living proof. Tell me about mystery. Yeah, some of you are just concerned about the unknown, and it's like, no. With concern and bad health, it's like you're worried, you're worrying for nothing. Give me one more with mystery. You know, you like, people can, listen, I hate to say it like this, but you can die from worrying or die from stress, you know, and I mean that, and, you know, it's not healthy to hold on to this fear just because you don't know something or you're afraid of doing something new. That shit can wear you down. And look, the expectation card wanted to come out because it's like somebody is fearing the worst. Give me one more for mystery. Listen, and this is God's way of trying to get you to realize what you're actually doing to yourself. That is for some of you, whatever this situation is it's killing you. And it's like they're trying to bring it to your attention, but it's coming through by way of your health. Yeah, and there's a message that, you know, for some of you, there's a person that you're being guided to that can help you. But you're closing it off, because in order to align with this person as the privileged lady, it's going to require you to let go of something, multiple, like something. It requires you to let go. And it's blocking, you know, your blessing. You got the imprisonment and the great fortune. Whatever you're holding on to is keeping you from the very thing that you want. It doesn't have to be people, but like I said, for some of you it is. And who's this privileged lady? I'm actually going to do it with the tarot. Because for some of you, like I said, it is a person. Tell me about this privileged lady. Someone that's of your vibration and your frequency. Someone that feels the same about you. With the Two of Cups. Give me one more for the privileged lady. The privileged lady. Give me one more, please. Yep. Someone that's healed with the Four of Swords. Yep. And remember when the sudden wealth came out, and then we had the privileged lady that was on the bottom of the deck? Look at this. That sudden wealth is the same as this Ten of Pentacles. This person is a part of your destiny, of they're part of your journey. For some of you, but for others of you, this is, you have to heal the relationship with yourself so that this wealthy man, which is the divine masculine, and the privileged lady, which is the divine feminine, can come together within yourself. Others of you, it's playing out physically with another person. But, like I said, the choice is yours. With adjudication at the bottom. It's your choice. So with that being said, guys, I thank you for tuning in with me. As always, sending you all love and light. Hope everyone has a great week. And use, this energy wisely. And that's what it's here for, to assist. So, I will see you guys all on the next reading. Alright? Later.